One fateful day, Mr. and Mrs. Amodu called their son Onuche, who is their firstborn, to the sitting room. They sat him down and started asking him why he has yet to succeed while his friends and colleagues are already building houses and buying cars. After the discussion, Onuche went to his room and started thinking. At first, he wondered, why would my parents compare me to my friends who have already made it? Am I not trying my best as a firstborn? He thought within himself. I have a trade that I am doing, and it's not that I am lazy. It's because customers are not coming like they used to. I don't like this situation, he said. He ignored their pressure and continued with his daily work at his mechanic workshop. One day, Onuche's dad conspired with his girlfriend Ene, asking her if she was comfortable with Onuche's financial situation. Ene answered, "Sir, I am not satisfied at all." Mr. Amodu added, "So what have you done to make him work harder? Don't you want a better life for yourself? Or do you want just it to stop at boyfriend and girlfriend's level?" He asked Ene. She replied, "No." Mr. Amodu then proposed a plan. "If you truly love my son, threaten to leave him if he doesn't do something fast about his financial situation." Ene agreed, saying she would talk to him and act quickly, adding, "Besides, I am no longer getting younger." Onuche, on the other hand, believed he had been trying his best to support the family, but was surprised that his parent had become a thorn in his flesh. While he was pondering on this, his girlfriend showed up. He welcomed her warmly and offered her a seat. Ene declined and said she wanted to talk to him. Onuche replied, "Are we fighting? Can't you sit while we talk?" She finally agreed to sit. Onuche calmly told her, "You came empty-handed to my shop. Don't you know I am hungry? You should have brought something for me to eat." That statement alone made her angry, and she angrily retorted, "When was the last time you gave me money as your girlfriend? Is it because I have been keeping quiet all this while? I'm tired of you, and I want to act fast before I change my mind." "Change your mind?" Onuche replied. Still angry, Ene said, "Yes." Onuche became so frustrated, asking, "Have you joined them too to mock me? Why is everyone turning against me? Am I not trying enough as a man? Do you all want me to kill myself to make you happy?" While he was saying all this, Ene interjected, "You ask too many questions. Do what is expected of you as a man." She left angrily, saying this. After work that day, he decided to talk privately with his mom. "Mom, I'm surprised you support this. I don't expect you to side with Dad after all I've done to support this family. It is not like you gave us the higher education we needed. I managed to finish secondary school and decided to learn a trade since I did not have the means to further my studies." His mom interrupted him, saying, "How about your friend Adejoh, who is doing very well? He only finished secondary school like you. We have tried as parents. Onuche, it is up to you to do your part. Remember, Adejoh takes his parents to the city occasionally for relaxation and other things. He is not even the firstborn of his parents. Yet, he has achieved so much. Should I remind you of Enedubi, our neighbor's son?" Out of anger and annoyance, Onuche left his mom in the room. His mom said, "So you are leaving me while I'm trying to talk sense into your brain?" Onuche no longer found comfort at home because even his younger siblings weren't fair to him. They hardly run errands when he sent them. All this made Onuche lose focus at work. It affected him to the extent that he couldn't meet customers' deadlines because he felt depressed. "I'm not going to continue like this," he said to himself. "I need to take a break." He left home with some of his luggage and decided to stay with his grandmother for a while. When he got there, he explained everything to his grandmother. His grandmother was so disappointed in his parents. "What has this world turned into? Did I pressure your mom to marry a rich man? Okay, if the husband is rich, will the children still go through all this? The society is changing for the worse," she concluded. "Don't worry, my son. I will talk to your parents on your behalf. This nonsense must stop. Onuche nodded his head happily because of the comfort he received from his grandmother. After 2 weeks of staying with his grandmother, he returned home because his parents promised not to bother him again after his grandmother talked to them. He was so happy that he could finally be himself. He resumed work and everything returned back to normal. There is a small shade in his shop where he usually rests his head whenever there's no work or the sun is too hot. While resting, he decided to call his best friend Adejoh after hearing from him for the first time in a long while. Onuche told Adejoh what he was going through with his parents. Adejoh felt sorry for him. Onuche asked, "But how is life in the city?" Adejoh replied, "Fine." Onuche continued, "Isn't it better for me to quit this job in the village and come to the city? I am tired and frustrated here in the village." Adejoh laughed. "You don't understand what we are going through here as well. Do you think life in the city is as easy as you imagine? My brother, brace up and don't let anyone pressure you. Be yourself. Remember, God's time is the best." Onuche thanked his friend and they ended the call. He tried reaching out to Ene, his girlfriend, but she refused to pick up his calls after many attempts. After some minutes, he got a message from her saying it's over between us. He felt sad about the news but later pulled him together. One evening, while Onuche and his family were having dinner, his mom came up with the good news that Adejoh will be coming back home during the weekend. You might be wondering, who is Adejoh? Adejoh is the third son of Mr. and Mrs. Amodu, who has been living in the city for 2 years now. Wow, that is good news. I can't wait to see my brother again, Onuche responded, although it's been a long time since we heard from each other.